A Hero's Farewell of John Black in Days of Our Lives on June 2, 2025, television history marked the end of an era. John Black, a beloved icon who graced our screens for nearly 4 decades on Days of Our Lives, breathed his last in a moment of selfless bravery. His death was not just a scripted event, it was a deeply emotional farewell to a character who had become a fixture in the hearts of millions. In his final act, John gave up his life to save his longtime friend Bo Brady, a heroic gesture that echoed the values he had lived by for decades. Viewers, cast members, and longtime fans wept openly as the episode aired. The scene, intense and poignant, captured what John Black always stood for: loyalty, courage, and unwavering love for those he called family. But John's story didn't end there. His passing set in motion one of the most powerful reunions Salem has seen in years. The funeral, scheduled between June 2 and June 13, 2025, became more than a goodbye, it became a pilgrimage. One by one, loved ones, friends, and distant family members boarded planes, some from halfway across the world, to return to Salem and pay tribute to the man who had changed their lives. The setting of A Hero's Goodbye. John's funeral will take place at the historic St. Luke's Church, a site familiar to longtime viewers as the spiritual heart of Salem. After the service, a traditional procession will carry his casket through Horton Square, giving the townspeople a final opportunity to say goodbye. This custom has long been reserved for Salem's most cherished figures. Behind the scenes, actor Drake Hodgson, who portrayed John Black since 1986, personally approved the script that would give his character the send-off he deserved. The storyline includes poignant flashbacks to his greatest moments with Marlena Evans, his first wife Isabella, and the intertwined Brady family. This isn't just a fictional funeral, it's a tribute decades in the making. Who returned to Salem for John? Sammy Brady. Once rebellious, always passionate, Sammy Brady is Marlena's eldest daughter. For almost 5 years, while John lived under the false identity of Roman Brady, Sammy believed he was her father. Their relationship shattered in 1993 when she discovered Marlena and John's affair. But time healed even those wounds. Despite many dramatic turns, kidnapping her own child, marrying E.J. DiMera, Sammy eventually reconciled with John and resumed calling him Dad. At the funeral, she will deliver a heartfelt eulogy on behalf of the Brady children and place a white rose on his coffin. Eric Brady, Sammy's twin brother and a former priest-turned-photographer, Eric maintained a deep spiritual bond with John. In 2015, he left the priesthood to help John uncover the truth behind a synthetic poison attack. That journey brought them closer than ever. For the funeral, Eric will officiate the religious rites and deliver the final blessing, a quiet, reverent closure to their shared faith. Paul Narita. Paul is John's biological son, a former professional baseball player now living in San Francisco with his partner, Andrew Donovan. Learning of John's death, Paul took the first available red-eye flight home. He and John only discovered their father-son connection in 2015, but the bond formed quickly. Paul joined John's investigative firm and accompanied him on many missions. At the funeral, Paul will help carry the casket alongside his half-brother Brady and screen a tribute film showing their humanitarian travels together. Andrew Donovan as an ISA agent and Paul's partner. Andrew fought beside John in his final mission. John had always supported Andrew in living his truth and embracing his relationship with Paul. At the funeral, Andrew will posthumously award John the ISA's highest honor, the Supreme Medal of Valor, symbolizing not just bravery, but mentorship and acceptance. Brady Black, the eldest son of John and the late Isabella Toscano, Brady has faced many struggles, including addiction. It was John's steady presence and tough love that helped him reclaim his life. Brady now runs the fashion empire Basic Black. He will read the Black family farewell, sharing memories of his father's wisdom, sacrifices, and unconditional support. Belle Black. John and Marlena's daughter, Belle, is now a successful attorney. She's overseeing all legal matters, including the death certificate, John's will, and the establishment of a new scholarship fund, the John Black Memorial Fund, to support nursing students at Salem University. Carrie and Rex Brady. Carrie and Rex, half-siblings of Sammy and Eric, may have had fewer scenes with John in recent years, but he remained a second father to them both. They are flying in from Switzerland and Chicago, respectively, to say their goodbyes. Will Horton and Sierra Brady. Will Horton, Sammy's eldest son and John's first grandchild, will be photographing the funeral. Sierra Brady, Beau and Hope's daughter, considers John an uncle. She will honor him by singing Amazing Grace during the service, a moment expected to move even the most stoic attendees. Beau Brady, the man John died saving. Beau, recently returned from a long coma, will be present. His return and John's sacrifice have reignited the spirit of heroism that has long defined Days of Our Lives. Preparing for a farewell worthy of a legend, every detail of the funeral has been carefully arranged. St. Luke's Vigil, Victor Kiriakis and Roman Brady will coordinate security and media access to ensure a respectful ceremony. Memorial Mass, officiated by Father Eric Brady, with hymns performed by the Salem High Choir. Casket bearers. Brady, Paul, Andrew, and Sean Douglas Brady will carry the casket in a joint military-civilian ritual. Tribute film. Will Horton has edited a 15-minute documentary titled John Black, A Hero's Journey, featuring clips from 1986 to 2024. Scholarship Fund. Managed by Bell and Carey, the fund will offer grants to nursing students in Salem, keeping John's spirit of service alive. John Black's legacy: more than just a man. John Black was a bridge between families, generations, and identities. Despite countless identity twists, from priest to spite a corporate CEO, John always acted from the heart. He linked the Bradys, the Blacks, the Alemanes, and more. His courage was not confined to action sequences. He faced enemies like Stefano Di Mera and Megan Hathaway, yes, but his truest bravery showed in everyday decisions, mentoring troubled youth, forgiving those who wronged him, and standing up for love in all forms. Now, his journals from the Ice, wedding photos with Isabella, and a handwritten proposal to Marlena will be displayed at the Salem History Museum for 3 months. These artifacts aren't just props, they are emotional time capsules for longtime fans. In closing, John Black's funeral is more than a storyline, it's a testament to a life that touched everyone in Salem and beyond. Through prayer, music, and memory, his loved ones are coming together not just to mourn, but to celebrate. Sammy's eulogy, Eric's blessing, Paul's embrace of Andrew, all these gestures signal not only closure, but continuity. The week of June 16th to 20th, 2025 promises to be one for the history books. The air is buzzing with excitement as the community prepares for a heartfelt celebration of love, tempered by a touch of bittersweet longing and the ever-present drama that makes Salem so unforgettable. At the heart of this week's events is the wedding of Paul Nerita and Andrew Donovan, a couple whose journey to the altar has captured the hearts of everyone in town. But as flowers are arranged and vows are written, shadows of legal troubles loom over another of Salem's most notorious residents, Xander Kiriakis. For those who have followed the twists and turns of Days of Our Lives, this week is set to deliver a blend of joy, sorrow, and suspense that will keep everyone talking. A wedding to warm the heart. Picture a sunny afternoon in Salem, with the town square adorned with white roses and delicate ribbons fluttering in the breeze. The community is gathering to celebrate the union of Paul Nerita and Andrew Donovan, two souls who have found love amidst the chaos of life in this vibrant town. Paul, with his warm smile and unwavering loyalty, has long been a beloved figure in Salem. Andrew, with his quiet strength and kind heart, has won over even the most skeptical residents. Together, they are a beacon of hope, proving that love can flourish even in the most turbulent times. The couple had dreamed of a wedding surrounded by all their loved ones, particularly John, a dear friend and mentor who has been like family to both men. John's wisdom and encouragement have guided Paul and Andrew through countless challenges, and it was John who first urged them to take the leap and commit to a lifetime together. "You two are meant for each other," he told them one evening over coffee at the Brady pub, his eyes twinkling with pride. "Don't wait for the perfect moment, make this moment perfect." Those words echoed in their hearts as they planned their special day, hoping John could stand beside them as they exchanged their vows. But life in Salem is rarely simple, and fate has thrown a curveball. John, for reasons that tug at the heartstrings, cannot attend the wedding. The details remain a mystery, perhaps a sudden trip or an unexpected obligation, but his absence casts a bittersweet shadow over the festivities. Paul and Andrew, though disappointed, are determined to honor John's spirit by making their wedding a celebration of love and unity. "John's with us in our hearts," Paul says softly as he adjusts his tie. his voice steady despite the pang of longing. Andrew nods, squeezing Paul's hand. He'd want us to make this day unforgettable. And unforgettable it will be. The people of Salem have rallied around the couple, ensuring that their wedding is a testament to the town's enduring spirit. Friends like Marlena with her gentle wisdom and Brady with his knack for organizing have worked tirelessly to transform the town square into a vision of elegance. Tables are draped in soft linens and a local band tunes up to play a mix of classic love songs that will have everyone swaying. Even the youngest residents are involved, with children from the local school crafting paper hearts to decorate the aisles. The sense of community is palpable, a reminder that in Salem, no one celebrates or mourns alone. As the ceremony begins, the crowd hushes, and all eyes turn to Paul and Andrew. They stand hand in hand, their faces radiant with love. The officiant, a longtime friend of the couple, speaks of commitment and resilience, words that resonate deeply in a town where challenges are as common as sunrise. When the moment comes to exchange vows, Paul's voice trembles with emotion as he promises to stand by Andrew through every storm. Andrew, ever the steady presence, vows to be Paul's anchor and his joy. The crowd erupts in applause as they seal their promises with a kiss, and for a moment all of Salem's troubles seem to fade away. Yet, even as glasses are raised and toasts and laughter fills the air, there's a quiet ache for John's absence. Paul and Andrew steal a moment to light a candle in his honor, a small gesture that speaks volumes. "This one's for you, John," Andrew whispers, and the flame flickers as if in response. The bittersweet note only deepens the day's meaning, reminding everyone that love is not just about joy but about carrying on through life's imperfections. Trouble brewing for Xander Kyriakis. While the town celebrates love, a darker storyline is unfolding in the shadows of Salem's cobblestone streets. Xander Kyriakis, a man whose charm is matched only by his cunning, finds himself entangled in a web of legal troubles that threaten to upend his carefully constructed life. Xander is no stranger to controversy. His history is a tapestry of bold moves, questionable decisions, and a knack for slipping through the cracks just when justice seems to close in. But this time, the stakes are higher and the noose is tightening. The trouble began months ago, when whispers of Xander's involvement in a shady business deal started circulating. The details are murky. Something about forged documents and a trail of money that leads to some of Salem's less savory characters. For a while, it seemed Xander might evade scrutiny, as he so often does. But the return of Philip Kyriakis, a figure from Xander's past, has changed everything. Philip, who recently emerged from a long absence under dramatic circumstances, is not the same man he once was. His time away has hardened him, and he's returned to Salem with a score to settle. Philip's reappearance has sent shockwaves through the town, and his knowledge of Xander's misdeeds could be the key to bringing him down. Those close to the case say Philip has evidence, perhaps documents or a witness, that could strengthen the charges against Xander. The thought of Xander, always so confident and untouchable, facing real consequences has Salem buzzing with speculation. Will this be the moment when Xander's luck finally runs out? Or will he, as he has so many times before, find a way to outsmart his enemies? For fans of Days of Our Lives, Xander's predicament is a familiar dance. Salem's residents have a remarkable ability to skirt justice, often walking away from their crimes with little more than a slap on the wrist. Xander, with his silver tongue and relentless ambition, is a master of this game. Rumors are already swirling that he's plotting his escape, perhaps through blackmail or bribery. Xander always has an ace up his sleeve, one local mutters over coffee at the Horton Town Square. He's not the type to go down without a fight. Imagine Xander pacing his lavish office at the Kyriakis mansion, his mind racing as he weighs his options. A phone call to a shady contact here, a carefully worded threat there. Xander's playbook is as bold as it is ruthless. But Philip's return has shifted the board, and Xander knows he's facing a formidable opponent. The tension is palpable, and the next few weeks promise to reveal just how far Xander is willing to go to protect his freedom. Will he outmaneuver Philip and the authorities, or has he finally met his match?